What's up, baseball diehards? We've got some potentially massive news brewing north of the border that's sure to have Blue Jays fans buzzing. Team president Mark Shapiro has come out and, well, let's just say he's feeling pretty good about the chances of locking up their young superstar, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., to a long-term contract. You sent over this article, and the headline itself is enough to raise eyebrows. Blue Jays president CONFIDENT Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will re-sign after rejecting deal. I think we're going to extend him. Confidence is one thing, but when you consider the reported details, this becomes a truly fascinating situation. Apparently, Vladdy Jr. turned down a whopping $500 million contract extension from the Blue Jays before spring training even started. $500 million. That's the kind of money that could buy you a small island, or maybe just a lifetime supply of poutine. But Guerrero said, "Nah, I'm good." In early March, he even confirmed that he rejected the offer and hinted he's looking for something closer to the neighborhood of $600 million. That's a cool $100 million difference. Talk about a gap in negotiations. It's like trying to bridge the Grand Canyon with a popsicle stick. Despite this significant difference in valuation, Mark Shapiro sounds incredibly optimistic. He told reporters point blank, "I believe the Blue Jays will sign Guerrero. I think we're going to extend him." That's not just hoping, that's a statement of belief. It's like he's already got the pen in hand and is just waiting for Vladdy to sign on the dotted line. Interestingly, Guerrero himself seems to share some of that optimism, even though he had said he didn't want to negotiate once spring training began. He echoed Shapiro's sentiments, saying he also feels positive about a deal and wouldn't close the door on returning to the Blue Jays. So, both sides are publicly expressing optimism despite the massive financial chasm between them. It's either masterful negotiation tactics or they've got some serious magic happening behind the scenes. Shapiro didn't directly address the reported $100 million gap, but he did suggest that Guerrero might need to test the waters of free agency to truly understand his market value. He talked about finding the sweet spot of sharing risk, and how sometimes free agency provides the clearest answer. Now, this is where things get really interesting and potentially risky for the Blue Jays. They have exclusive negotiating rights with Guerrero until the end of the season. If they let him reach free agency, they open the door to a bidding war with 29 other MLB teams. Imagine the frenzy. Every big market team with deep pockets would be lining up to try and snag a player of Guerrero's caliber. While Shapiro says he's still optimistic the Blue Jays would come out on top in that scenario. It's a dangerous game to play. What if another team blows them out of the water with an offer they can't match? What if Guerrero's experience in free agency makes him realize his worth is even higher than $600 million? The Blue Jays are essentially betting on their relationship with Guerrero and their ability to ultimately offer him the most appealing package, even if it means waiting until the last minute. The article rightly points out that at 26 years old, Guerrero is in line for a superstar caliber contract if he hits the open market. His career stats since 2019 are impressive: a .288 batting average, a .363 on-base percentage, a .500 slugging percentage, and 160 home runs over 6 seasons. He's also a 4-time All-Star and nearly won an MVP award in 2021. That's the kind of production teams dream of. The article also makes some interesting comparisons, noting that while Guerrero might not offer the same unique two-way value as Shohei Ohtani or the same offensive firepower as Juan Soto, it's still rare for a player with his combination of stats and youth to reach free agency. He might not get Ohtani or Soto money, but he's almost certainly going to be among the highest paid players in the game. So, what's the most likely outcome here? Will the Blue Jays ultimately cave and meet Guerrero's demands? Or will he test free agency? Shapiro's confidence suggests they have a plan. Maybe they're hoping that Guerrero's strong connection to Toronto and the fanbase will play a significant role. Perhaps they're willing to inch closer to that $600 million mark. Or maybe they have a unique contract structure in mind that addresses both sides' concerns. One thing is clear: the Blue Jays know the risk of letting Guerrero walk. He's the heart and soul of their offense, a fan favorite, and a cornerstone of their future. Losing him would be a massive blow to the franchise. That's why Shapiro's confidence, even after the rejected $500 million offer, is so intriguing. It suggests there's still a strong belief within the organization that they can get this deal done. This is a developing story that Blue Jays fans will be following closely all season long. The stakes are incredibly high, with hundreds of millions of dollars and the future of the franchise potentially hanging in the balance. Do you think the Blue Jays will be able to re-sign Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? What kind of contract do you think it will take? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe for more updates on this and all the other big stories from the world of baseball. What's up, baseball bargain hunters? Your favorite contract guru is back, and we're diving into a potential mega deal brewing in Toronto. Blue Jays fans have been on the edge of their seats wondering if they'll be able to lock up their superstar slugger, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., for the long haul. And now, team president Mark Shapiro has thrown a massive dose of optimism into the mix. Despite reports that Vlad Jr. turned down a reported $500 million extension, that's $500 million. Folks, Shapiro told reporters that he's confident the team will still get a deal done. He even went as far as saying, "I think we're going to extend him." That's some serious confidence coming from the top. Interestingly, Guerrero Jr. himself echoed that sentiment, saying he also feels optimistic about a deal and wouldn't close the door on returning to the Blue Jays. This is quite a turnaround after he confirmed rejecting the team's previous offer, reportedly seeking something closer to the $600 million range. Looks like there might be some wiggle room after all. Shapiro didn't directly address the rumored $100 million gap, but he did suggest that Guerrero Jr. might need to test the free agent waters to truly understand his market value. Shapiro believes the sweet spot is finding a balance of shared risk. And sometimes free agency provides the clearest answer. He's still optimistic the Blue Jays will come out on top, but letting a player of Guerrero Jr.'s caliber reach free agency is a risky game. You're opening the door for 29 other teams to start throwing their hats, and their massive checkbooks, into the ring. At just 26 years old, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is poised to command a superstar contract if he hits the open market. His career stats since 2019 are nothing short of phenomenal, with a .288 batting average, a .363 on-base percentage, a .500 slugging percentage, and 160 home runs. He's a four-time All-Star and nearly won an MVP award in 2021. While he might not reach the Ohtani or Soto stratosphere in terms of overall value, he's still a rare talent with his combination of youth and elite offensive production. The Blue Jays know the risks of letting Guerrero Jr. reach free agency. If Shapiro's confidence is genuine, they'll need to find a way to bridge that contract gap before other teams get a chance to make their pitches. It's a high-stakes game of baseball poker, and Blue Jays fans are hoping their team has the winning hand. What do you think? Will the Blue Jays lock up Vlad Jr. long-term? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more MLB news. We'll see you at the ballpark.